Okay, so I said we're going to come back to this idea of a network operating system. Okay, what's a network operating system? Well, maybe we should answer the question. Let's go back to a different color now. What is an operating system? If someone had never seen a computer before, how would you describe the operating system to them? You'd say the operating system is the... Is the what? Well, the first thing we can say, right, is it comes under this heading, software, right? So let's start off our definition by saying an operating system is a piece of software that what? Yeah.
That utilizes the computer's hardware for...
Okay, let's see. Paul, do you want to suggest yours first and then we'll try and put it together? Is there anything different? That's okay. It's okay. All right. It provides access to the hardware, right? So, you know, you and me, we can't move around the head, the magnetic head inside the hard drive and read the data. We can't do that. We don't have the skills or the, manual dexterity to do that, okay? So it provides access to the hardware, right? And it also allows us to load on other kinds of software that can do stuff for us, right? Provides access to hardware, and I suppose you could say a platform. It's like what all the other software, the application software, sort of stands upon, and then you can use it. You know, these days we call those apps, right? Short for applications. Okay? Now, this is a really crucial relationship that you need to get. So, an operating system is sometimes called middleware. Middleware? Because it stands in the middle of the hardware, which is what does the job, and these application software, which actually do the things that you want. Because no one gets on their computer and says, hey, I really want to use Windows today. I mean, I hope you don't. That's kind of unsettling. You know, the closest you might get to that is, I think I'm going to play some solitaire or something, or Minesweeper, right? But even then, come in. Mr. Driscoll.
Morning. Can I just borrow a class here?
Yeah, he's right here.
Just for 1 minute. Thank you.
You're in the video.
Let's keep going. You're really trying to access the applications. Yes, they're the things that you really want. Okay. Now, if that's what an operating system is, what's a network operating system? Why do we need a special kind of operating system to let us live on a network? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you 2 pictures to try and illustrate why special kinds of operating systems are required for you to actually get onto a network and access all this different stuff. Okay. So here are my pictures. See? No, wrong one. Okay, so what's this? This is a street. Road. And it's out in, where does it look like it's in? Looks like it's... I heard that. That's very racist. But anyway. Well, okay. Well done, Sherlock. Okay, all right. So that tells me nothing. Where are we? It looks like we're in the bush somewhere rural. Okay. Actually, I found this by searching up rural street. Okay. Now, just look at it. Okay. As a road, it doesn't need too much to it, right? It just needs to be flat enough and wide enough to fit cars on it. Yeah. Okay. So here's like a kind of operating system. It'll let applications, cars, run on it. Okay. But if you want to provide access to a whole bunch of other things, a network, right? Your road is going to have to change a little bit, right? So this is what I think of as a network operating system as opposed to a regular operating system. If all you want to do is just do your own thing, be your own one node doing your own applications and not having to interact with others, you can be relatively simple. But when you introduce other people into the mix, right? You need more lanes, you need markings, you need bus-only places, you need things that tell pedestrians when to go and when to stop. You need traffic lights, right? Do you see all of this extra infrastructure is required because, well, when you're interacting with other people, You need more rules, you need protocols, okay? And that's what the network operating system provides, okay? So, a network operating system, it sort of enables you to access all this stuff. It also enables administrators, this is an important thing, right? Users can access, right? Sorry, 2 S's, right? But it also enables administrators some sense of control. You sort of need both of these. Control sounds very totalitarian and like, stick it to the man. But actually, when you have no control, there's no useful access. Can you imagine what, this street would look like if there was no sense of control over there? Just it was like wild, wild west. There would just be crashes everywhere. No one would actually be able to get to anything, right? And probably people would get killed along the way. So there needs to be some sense of control in order to help the users get access to all of this stuff. Okay. All right. Now, I was going to go a bit further, but I think looking at the time and because of the presentation we did, I'm just going to finish out here and we'll leave the rest of this for later on. Okay. So last little heading for today, network policies. Okay, so here's why we had to start with resources, and then go to operating systems and now look at policies. What's a policy? What do you think of when you think of policies? Privacy policy? What's a privacy policy? It's a set of rules that tell you what you can expect, what kind of rights you have, that kind of thing. Okay. So in a network policies are about assigning particular groups particular rights. Rights to what, you might ask? Anyone got any guesses? Think about what we've looked at this morning. Yeah?
Rights to software, hardware, and certain data.
What an excellent non-textbook response, okay? So to put that together in one phrase, right? Assign particular groups, particular rights to network resources, right? So these resources, they're so useful, they're really good, but if you just let anyone take whatever they want, it's not going to be useful for everyone, is it? It's just going to be a total mess. It'll be chaos, okay? So, when you come back up here, all this stuff, CPUs, hundreds and thousands of them, right? Well, if everyone could just grab them and take that processing power for whatever they want, then, you've got like a Dr. Evil on your hands, right? He's like, well, domination or whatever. In the same way, printers, for instance, there's going to be local access. Only certain people can print to certain printers. And, it's definitely in everyone's interests in terms of privacy, right, that not everyone has access to all the CCTV footage, right? In fact, as far as I know, there's only a single computer that has, and a single user on that computer that has permission to access this particular network resource, okay? So, this is kind of like, if you like, the synonym I have in my head, it's a kind of government, right? Oops, government. Which is probably a good analogy because when I think of policies, I think of politicians as well because they're the people who set policy. Yes?